I'm very into power metal, like your Dragonforce, your Blind Guardian.
Dragonforce would have been a good one for this podcast.
It would have been a good one. We're going to break down what we could have had.
Can't believe it, yeah.
Should have done Dragonforce.
Oops.
Should have done
Come back
Dragonforce.
next week, guys. Cancel this.
Yeah. Next week, Dragonforce versus Blind Guardian. Let's go.
Niall Allen, ask and you shall receive. Welcome to the Great Metal Standoff. My name is Jason, soon to be joined by Imran, and it is time to deliver that Dragonforce versus Blind Guardian battle. The albums chosen was Inhuman Rampage and A Twist in the Myth, both from 2006. Here is how we will commence the battle. Every album battle will be contested in track-by-track format by our podcast panel. Each individual panelist will select a winner of each pairing. The winning track receives a point to that individual's tally score. Tracks on albums that go uncontested can receive a tally point if a panelist awards it a gold star. Once the battle is over, the album with the highest tally score will receive 1 grand point for that album. If a panelist's tally score results in a draw, both albums will receive a half grand point each. And finally, the album with the most grand points will be declared the winner. We have previously had Niall on the show in the past, appearing on our Trivium vs. Dio battle. Do check that battle out after you're finished here. But for right now, Niall, Imran and I have unanimously decided that it is time to feature some power metal. Let's get to it. Dragonforce vs. Blind Guardian. Roll the audio. Niall is back and it's on his terms. Blind Guardian, Dragonforce. He talked about it last time. Oh boy. This was the request, Niall. Come back, but on my terms.
Oh yeah, it was indeed the request.
Very demanding.
I'm not that demanding. No, I was like, oh well, if it's a thing,
Yeah, fair enough.
Delightful insight from Niall Allen there. Welcome back to you. Imran, are you scared for this one?
I'm so freaking terrified.
How scared can you possibly be? Blind Guardian and Dragonforce are not scary.
So very scary. No, well, I've never heard of Blind Guardian before, and Dragonforce, I've obviously listened to Through the Fire and Flames, because who the hell do you think I am?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. The rest of this album, no spoilers, but yeah. No, it was alright. Power metal isn't my go-to style of metal, so this is definitely out of my comfort zone, but nonetheless interesting. I got some insight out of these. I enjoyed some songs, and there were some songs that I did not. So,
Where were you when you first heard these two albums, Niall? Give us the story, even if it's long and arduous. That requires deep
It's not long
thinking.
and arduous.
Not like
I'm just
I've got
trying to
work or
remember where I
anything.
was.
I got time.
yeah.
Oh no, I cannot remember. I remember I first found out about Dragonforce, not through Guitar Hero, like people normally do. I found out afterwards that it's like the Guitar Hero super hard meme song, Through the Fire and the Flames. But no, it got like recommended to me on YouTube, the music video, which is also like a different cut of the song, so it's shorter and is missing entire sections.
It is. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So at like a later date, I listened to the whole thing. I was like, oh, this is like different. And then Blind Guardian, I can't even remember how I found out Blind Guardian. It was just like sheer happenstance. I think what was the first song I listened to from Blind Guardian? Oh my god, I can't remember. I actually can't remember. But
There you go.
That ingrained into him.
I first listened to a solid chunk of A Twist in the Myth, like well after I'd already known about Blind Guardian. I'd been going through a couple. It's not.
Do you remember the first record though? If Twist in the Myth wasn't that one?
No, I can't.
Got a deep catalogue, by the way. They go back to the late 80s, and they start strictly stereotypical power metal. And I gave it a little bit of a listen to their catalogue in the lead up. I think it is really the 90s when they hit their stride and they start getting a bit more gritty and a bit more huge in terms of riffage.
Oh yeah, but no, they're still going strong as well. Both bands are still going strong. I think I made a severe error in judgment because Dragonforce's Inhuman Rampage, if I'm remembering correctly, is one of their earlier albums.
It's their third.
their third. It's only their third, and Blind Guardian has like by this point 2 decades behind them. So you can really hear the difference, but I don't think it really swings it in either of their favor. Honestly.
And when we last spoke to you as well, you came in here to promote your program 5 Foot Step live on Twitch. That was in the lead up to their finale. How's it coming? You got that second season sorting out as of right now?
Oh, it's in the works. You won't see it until sometime next year though.
Wow. Takes a lot of time then.
Yeah, well, the DDAL needs time. They need time to cook. We need time to cook to really elevate it. But a season 2 is RMITV, the content manager, sort of signed off on it.
Yep.
Just as a rule, like, yeah, obviously you're coming back, right?
Well,
So I guess we're coming back. Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Yes,
so what's
sir.
the big thing to elevate? We were talking about last time. It was a big challenge to get that green screen sorted out and to play out live and not have it cark it. That was one of the main things he was talking about. What are you going to do to try and elevate that? And what is the Dungeons League going to be looking to elevate going into another season, at least within the next year?
Well, what we as the tech crew and production team are looking to elevate is the set, like the virtual set.
Yeah.
Full rebuild, also to bring it more in line with the overall aesthetic. There's been talk of building a new custom table. There's been talk of a few different things. I know that I want to... Oh, thank you.
Nice.
I know that I want to do a graphical redesign to bring it more in line with my vision. And the DDL, they want to basically write material from scratch for the show to make it a more coherent viewing experience. So I think they're still trying to figure out what exactly that looks like. So yeah, it'll definitely be making the green screen look better by completely overhauling the set and really getting into the weeds of how zero density actually works.
Zero Density, that is your software to get that virtual studio up and running, right?
Yeah, something like that.
In a sentence to the untrained, I guess.
It's an important piece of the puzzle.
Season 1 we were talking about when you were in last it was predominantly one shots that the 5 Foot Step entailed. Is that going to carry over into season 2, or is that going to be one of the big challenges to try and make an overarching story going into another season?
I don't know. I actually have no idea.
Secret.
Yeah. Well, we've got to do a little bit of digging. Come on, Imran.
Well,
Yeah, fair enough.
I've look, the DDAL have been sort of talking amongst themselves. We haven't been too privy to it because we've got sort of bigger fish to fry, really. But I got because we had a bit of a debrief. I got the impression that they really want to do more collaborative stuff. That's a bit more that they want to sort of create an overarching connective. Like they want to create more. How do I say this? Better connective narrative tissue, so that it's like something as simple as having a single adventurers guild that is present or contracts the player characters in all of these stories. But I'm only an amateur writer, and I'm certainly not writing any 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons modules for the Adventurers League. So I don't know. I have no idea what they got planned, but I'm sure it'll be great, right?
So like, what's your favorite D&D? You put me on the spot, Jason.
I did put him on the spot. Imran was silent. I thought he was taking notes.
He's taking mental notes, or he's
Yes.
mentally checking out.
No, this is no.
We did
I was
discuss it.
listening.
Like,
This is
I know a
all
little.
interesting stuff. I've just got no questions.
It's. I mean, it's a question. I'm gonna take it as, what's your favorite edition of Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes.
I have a fascination with D&D first edition and basic D&D, which are some of the earliest editions. But the one I find most fun to play is, it's technically not D&D, is Pathfinder, which is an adaptation of D&D 3.5, which I also enjoy as a
See, to us that just
system.
sounds like semantics. Just call it D&D.
Yeah, but they all play differently.
Ah, right.
Like they play really differently. Fifth
Is it like different rules and stuff? Is that, or is it just like kind of...
the general structure of the rules is generally the same, but different editions try to emphasize different things. Sometimes they emphasize certain things to the detriment of the whole experience. Sometimes there are comical balance issues. For example, in 3.5, clerics and druids are comically overpowered. But that is not so in later editions because they got nerfed, quote unquote.
Right.
Earlier editions of D&D are a completely different beast to modern D&D. Because, fun fact, D&D originally arose as a add-on set of rules for a tabletop war game called Chainmail. Oh, my fidget toy! It was making annoying noises.
Yeah,
on
it's
my
making
closet.
annoying noises.
That's fair.
Don't worry, we'll edit that out.
No,
Auto heal.
it's fine. But yeah, the D&D originated from this war game called Chainmail, so that's a complete something stapled onto the side of a different game. So as the editions have worn on, they've become more and more similar as like the basics have been, more solidly codified. But I like 3.5. 3.5 is good.
Hell yeah.
Do you think if you're going to do more D&D, live D&D with 5 Foot Step, that's something to look forward to for any D&D fans listening in the next year, I guess? Stay tuned to RMITV. Do you think you could get the copyright licensing of a Dragonforce song or something like that for the soundtrack?
Not a chance, man.
That's a shame because it probably would fit, especially through the Fire and the Flames, actually.
I would go for something from Blind Guardian. They've got a very nice selection of like sort of ambient songs, slightly more ambient, sort of more ballady songs. Not to say Dragonforce doesn't have them, but
we'll get to that. I think
this is not the best example of that.
Inhuman Rampage, let's say this. On a ballad point of view, you're going to be a bit disappointed. We'll give you that one for free, but I think it's time to dissect them. Ring the bell, Timekeeper. Okay.
Thanks, Timekeeper.
Thank you, Timekeeper. Very kind. Through the Fire and the Flames versus This Will Never End. We start with Niall as always, but I feel like one thing I wanted to actually bring up before we get into the main crux of the battle was predominantly in Run when we do battles, it's either going to be a very tight race, and it's going to be neck and neck all the way to the very end, or it starts off even and then one album blows it away.
Yeah.
Very rarely do we get this third outcome where you have a series of momentum swings. Big leagues fight back and then lead swaps. I predict that will happen, however, Through the Fire and the Flames, I think, Niall, is probably... it's Through the Fire and the Flames, enough said. Probably a point, isn't it?
I mean, Through the Fire and the Flames is an incredible song. It's like...
So silly.
It's great.
Yeah, it's great, but it's silly.
Nothing wrong with silly. You gotta sort of... A lot of metal is really silly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the best way you can describe Through the Fire and Flames is like a big sonic level.
Yeah, I like that. A lot of Dragonforce, this album in particular, put it on a Sonic soundtrack. I mean, I'm surprised Sonic 1 or Sonic 2 didn't do that. Niall?
Well, Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 probably didn't have the space on the cartridge to put something like that on.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
But the latest game, Sonic Frontiers, has a lot of like really loud metal tracks going on. But no, I the energy and speed and sheer ferocity in your faceness of Through the Fire and the Flames is, it's iconic for being the hardest song in Guitar Hero 3.
I think that's right? I'm pretty sure that's
I don't
right.
remember. I never actually had one of those Guitar Hero guitars, so I only played it at my mate's house.
Yeah,
which is really tragic.
It is a bit tragic.
What are your memories of playing Guitar Hero with your friend?
I'm horrible at Guitar Hero. I can play a real guitar, but don't give me a Guitar Hero thing because
it's just not the
I
same.
cannot play it. It's like, why is there a fifth button? I can't reach that with my pinky. Like,
well, they teach you stretching when you do a real guitar. Have you not been able to hone that skill?
There's like 6 strings. There's only 5 buttons.
Yeah.
And they're like going this way, not down. Like what? Don't get me started on the Guitar Hero business. We're going to be here for too long.
Imran's got beef with Guitar Hero.
I'm just terrible at it.
Maybe
makes me sad.
Rocksmith would be more your speed.
What's Rocksmith?
It's a similar sort of rhythm game, but you play it with an actual guitar.
Ah, never heard of that one.
Yeah, might be one to look up. It's a bit old now.
Imran and I could have a round of that, maybe, perhaps. Imran, this
Yes.
will never end. What is your take? I've got in my notes a lot more of a crunchy riff than the in-your-face thing that Dragonforce is doing.
Yeah.
And it's starting off with this strange mechanical whine, probably a recurring theme as you hear across a
like
few
that
other Blind Guardian
Immigrant
songs.
song, Scream.
Yeah, there's a lot of that too. Done very well, I'd say.
I'd say so. I really liked the riffs. I reckon this is a cool intro song because the riffs they're a bit, I wouldn't say doomy, but like they've got that feel of like a bit of an epic intro. Like
They're very
that-
heavy.
Yeah, real like kind of heavier than your typical power metal kind of sound. I liked it though. I think my pick's going to be This Will Never End because I think it's I mean, for one, it's a shorter song. It's got a bit more substance, which I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but
No, I mean, you're correct.
oh, thank you.
Like, you know, Dragonforce's big thing, especially in these early days, is just sheer, really a big
it's
thing is speed.
Blinding f***ing speed.
Blinding speed and insane energy.
Yeah, just I think the groove and the riffs. I really like the little bridges that they bring in before the chorus, which the chorus I really liked as well because it's got this really big like lots of voices kind of coming through. Through the Fire and Flames, of course, it's a great song. Like I said, sonic music. You know, one thing I did think about is you know the guitars. You know they're going insane at all, but like that song is relentless drumming for 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Could you imagine playing that song for 7 minutes and 20 seconds?
Could you imagine playing this album live?
Yeah, you'd have to be like one of the fittest people on earth.
Well,
to do that.
Dragonforce would cop a little bit of flack over the years for saying you've sped that up in the studio through In the
You
Fire
know,
and the Flames. And
that's-
they got accused of that quite a bit. And when you do turn it on for the first time, you kind of go, hang on.
Yeah.
You
Can people play that fast?
Well, theoretically, yes. I've seen people play that fast
and they've
before.
been able to prove it live too. So
Yeah.
I don't think many of those accusations have that much weight.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the studio stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if they did do a bit of editing to make it sound a bit more cleaner, a bit crispier, a bit give it that studio edge.
Yeah, but that's a given, you know?
Yeah. Because there were some points in this album where they've got like effects and stuff on the guitars and the vocals. Or the vocals I can understand, but like effects on the guitars and stuff where it just sounds a little bit too programmed. Like of course I've got no idea. They could very well be playing it. But yeah, there's just like it's so blindingly fast that you have no idea what it's just sounds that are happening in your brain, and you 3 seconds later you think about it and like can someone actually play that? Like did that actually just happen or did I just make that up?
Yeah.
Eruption's final form.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. This is actually a tough one for me.
Through the Fire and Flames for me. Come on, let's go. Legacy alone. But also, the speed blows your mind. I can't deny it probably will get a bit tiresome towards the end, but it's a very alien song. Eruption's final form, I say. I actually pulled up Dragonforce's Wikipedia, Niall. Herman Lee, the guitarist, he's the man who was performing all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I think I'll go here. Although the band has frequently referred to their style, I'm quoting Wikipedia here, the best source of information is everyone in the world can edit it. So you always get the best info. But however, although the band have frequently referred to their style as power metal, Herman Lee commented on descriptions of the band's style in an interview with Guitar World. Nintendo metal is a descriptive word
Sonic
used.
music.
Sonic. Well, that's Sega.
Even though they're Sega, but it's Sonic music.
Yes. Extreme power metal, Bon Jovi on speed, and Journey meets Slayer.
I like Bon Jovi on speed.
I like I love Journey meets Slayer. I think that's very accurate as well. But, Through in the Fire and the Flames is for my point. Niall, what are you going to do?
I am also going to give a point to Through the Fire and the Flames because I think this is sort of spoilers for everything else, but Inhuman Rampage, I'm very much a variety guy. I like it when the songs sound distinct from one another, and Inhuman Rampage is...
This is where the rest of the battle's going to get interesting.
That's called foreshadowing, kids.
It is foreshadowing. It won't be so one. It won't be so one and done. There are some songs on A Twist and a Myth that I'm not super keen on, but that's.
I think
I'll give it to the Through the Fire and the Flames because it's a brilliant song.
I think the prediction of a momentum swinging battle is looking quite good right now, Imran. My final comment on This Will Never End. I think when you were talking about the big and huge thing, every line gave this anthemic emotion. It was a really good start, actually. We'll move on now to Revolution Death Squad versus Otherland. Bit of a step back on both levels. Otherland, I don't think matches This Will Never End, but Imran?
I don't reckon either. I will say, though, this is kind of when I realised that I did like Blind Guardian better than Dragonforce.
I figured
Two songs in.
I actually did figure you would.
Yeah.
I figured you would be like, oh, Blind Guardian is good.
I think they've just got a bit more, I mean, for one, variety.
Yep.
For two, their vocalist is so much better.
Oh, good.
That is true. I will say Inhuman Rampage is not Dragonforce's best showing because it is so early in their career.
Which is fair enough.
And they don't have that singer anymore, too.
Oh, don't they?
No, they don't.
Okay.
Yeah, ZP third. I don't think I think he left 2010, 2011 or something like that. They have a different singer now. I don't follow Dragonforce enough to know.
Me neither.
To follow their career that in depth, but they released a new song recently, so I'll give a listen to that. No, so different. I guess this is two different eras of the band, but again, we'll have to do a bit more digging to get more into the analytics of that.
My two other choices for this would have been Dragonforce's The Power Within versus Blind Guardian's either At the Edge of Time or Somewhere Far Beyond.
Those sound like from the 90s era when they were probably...
At the Edge of Time is a 2010 album.
Right.
But Somewhere Far Beyond I think is 1998 or 1999, but they did a remaster in 2007.
Nice.
Sure. What did you take away from Otherland, Niall?
The first four songs on A Twist and the Myth are the four I'm most familiar with and the four that I listen to like on various loops. It's definitely weaker than This Will Never End, I think. But I really like it. I'm quite keen on Otherland for a reason that I'm trying to remember.
We'll let you go and remember it. We'll go to Imran.
I liked Otherland. I liked the vocal melodies because I feel like they were a bit more soulful. Like the delivery. One of the reasons why I like the vocalist better in Blind Guardian than Dragonforce is his delivery of his vocals feels a bit more believable as a power metal singer. Like I feel like the other guy, what's his name? Herman was a guitarist.
Herman is the guitarist. Yes, it is
Herman's the guy destroying his fingers and
ZP third.
I feel like he's just trying to fake it till he makes it. He's got a good voice. I will give him that. He hits all those high notes, but just the guy from Blind Guardian. I feel like he's really he's in it. He's got that soulful kind of voice.
He's got such a good voice throughout the whole song, but I feel like what did you say old mate's name was from Dragonforce?
ZP third.
He hits his stride in the chorus, but everywhere else I feel like he's just trying to race at the same speed as the guitar, and he suffers for it.
That's one thing that I wrote here for Revolution Death Squad is I feel like all the verse stuff is trying to squash all of these words into like one sentence or one line, and it felt like he was just like racing with the song.
I hate the first few seconds.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that comment Imran made in my notes here. Verse vocals make you want to run through a brick wall.
Yeah.
That probably does. The instrumentation probably supports that stronger as well.
Yeah. I'm sure. Yes. Yeah. Revolution Death Squad was an interesting one. I feel like it went for way too long. There are some also
it's quite
very
long, isn't it?
Very weird like switches and like weird like it'll just go from like the song and then all of a sudden they'll do this Metallica riff and then they'll go back to the song and all of a sudden it's like this weird swing.
Yeah, there's so many
there's like a Tom Morello sound and then I
keyboard solos.
They've got that super fast section and then just like suddenly random dip into like this random melodic section on the way up to the chorus.
Yeah.
And
it can be
quite
weird.
a jarring
It's like ADHD if it was music. It's there's so much happening. And it's like I could not keep track of half of the riffs that were happening in this because
I was impressed that there was some lead melodic guitar going on that normally you'd hear in, say, in drums or...
seconds.
Yeah.
That's how long Revolution Death Squad is. Can you imagine?
I think that one was the longest on the album.
No, there's one longer.
There is one longer.
There is one longer.
Okay.
But no song on this album is less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, I did notice that
No
as well.
song on Inhuman Rampage is less than 5. Lead melodic guitar parts. I notice you get it a lot in bass playing, where you get that kind of gallop feel about it. You were getting it in the lead guitar in this song. I was like, wow, that's kind of impressive that they're pulling off that effect with, more of a high range kind of thing.
It wasn't a bad song. It was too much. It was too long. Otherland, I think, was it was a bit felt a bit more coherent. Felt a bit more. I don't know. I liked it better. I think I'm just going to go for Otherland.
I think I might join you there with Otherland as well. Bit of a step back from the opening track, but I think you make a very good point. Symphonic first verse, I reckon they're connoting a very nice uprising kind of feel. Bit less going on, but I will take it. Revolution Death Squad, I am tempted to do it, especially with all the crazy dive bombs that are
I'm
going
also
on.
tempted to do it.
But listen, I'll go Otherland for now, but if you can convince me, Niall, I will swap.
I'm not going to convince you because I'm also going to go for Otherland.
Okay.
I really do feel like for Inhuman Rampage, Through the Fire and the Flames is the album distilled into its purest essence. And it is by far... Like, it feels like almost all the other songs are like prototypes of Through the Fire and the Flames.
Yes.
So it's like they're working their way... Like, they're still good in their own right, but I feel like A Twist in the Myth generally has more to offer. And Otherland is... It's hard to explain why I like Blind Guardian, but I love... It's sort of... I love the more... How would I describe it?
It's
almost
the tension, probably.
Well, Otherland is a really tense song.
Yeah.
Because it's like singing about, like the Fae and all that sort of thing.
Right.
I've actually got a funny story about
Tell it.
that's the next song. Song after the next one.
Sure.
It's not actually a story, it's just a fact. So I kind of lied to you. But Otherland, the tension that goes through Otherland is palpable. It creates such a good mood. That's the word. That's the M word I was looking for. Like, mournful was in my head for some reason, but I think it conveys very strong mood, way stronger than
The smell of rain coming.
Yes.
It's on its way. It's not quite hit yet, but you're sensing it and you're waiting for it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, there you go. All right.
But on the other hand, Revolution Death Squad is doing the same thing as Through the Fire and the Flames, which makes it hard to listen to back to back.
Personally, I like it. There was some instrumental breaks I really enjoyed.
Don't get me wrong, I love Revolution Death Squad, aside from it has a shaky start, a few jarring tempo swings, but I think it's still a really strong song. And it's just Otherland's better.
Yeah, and there's also moments where they are rebuilding into the chorus, and they've done some really good ways where it was just vocal and drums, or there'd be a really fun outro. There's some good stuff going on in there. Oh no, so I've actually got the wrong notes there. That's a different song. But I think that's a problem with Dragonforce there in Run. I thought it was the same song.
Yep.
Anyway,
again, this was not a good one to pick. I should have picked. I should have picked The Power Within. Yeah, the Power Within would have been a good one.
If you've got your complaints, send
reaching
it to...
Reaching Through Infinity. That was another one.
Round 3 incoming, Imran.
Oh boy.
Storming the
Dragonforce.
Storming the Burning Fields versus Turn the Page. We'll start with Imran again, I believe.
I'm going to start with Storming the Burning Fields because this is going to be quick.
Dive bombs.
I was just going to say I just could not differentiate this one from the last two songs. Like if you just showed me this, I would have been like, through the Fire and Flames. Anyway.
Oh, jeez.
Last time I was on this show, was it in the Court of the Dragon or Master of the Moon that I was describing as turning into sludge? Unfortunately, Dragonforce starts turning into very fast sludge very quickly.
Yeah.
And this is the shortest song on the record.
I do feel that every song on Inhuman Rampage taken on its own is fine, but when put together in an album, it's a hard listen.
That's the thing. It's like if you just showed me this song, what's it called again?
Storming the Burning Fields.
Storming the Burning Fields.
If you had showed me this song, I would have immediately guessed it was Dragonforce, and then the second thing I would have assumed is it was written around the same time, probably right after they wrote Through the Fire and Flames, because I thought Through the Fire and Flames was an excellent idea, and they were like, let's do that again, but like 10 more times.
I'm a little more optimistic. I feel like this would have been before Through the Fire and the Flames. Again, it has a feeling of an album of prototypes for Through the Fire and the Flames. But because they lead with Through the Fire and the Flames, and it's the perfect encapsulation of the album, everything else feels lesser as a result.
Good point.
And another thing, right? Why in every song so far have they felt necessary to do those weird chant things? You know when they do the like towards the end before the final chorus.
I'm glad you
to
brought
get
it
that,
up.
to get that
It
crowd.
gives it some gravitas.
Yeah, but like
they're sorely
they
missing.
only do it once.
Whoas again.
Yeah.
In the notes.
And in the song, it like normally, if you're gonna do it, make it go for a little while, and then when you do it live, it's a big thing. In the songs, in each of these songs, they've done it once, maybe twice, and then they've gone into this final chorus. Like, what's the point? You didn't need that there. Do it live.
It's also the most power metal chorus I've ever heard as well, I've got to admit.
At least in Through the Fire and the Flames, it was like part of like a slower section as they built up to their last chorus.
That one I can understand.
but it does feel like sort
they've
of
done it 3 times in a row now. Like
Yeah.
Almost in the same
indulgent
spot.
a little bit, maybe.
Almost
it's
in the
in
same
exactly
spot.
the same spot in every time. Even in the next song, I'll tell you, it's in exactly the same spot.
And I like Operation Grounded Pound, actually. That's probably going to be a top 3. I'll spoilers alert. Let's move on. Turn the page. What do we got? I really enjoyed this one.
I love.
I
this
love
song.
Turn the Page. I love Turn the Page so much. It's actually there's a few Blind Guardian songs that are like at the tippity top of my list, and Turn the Page is definitely up there. I love this song.
Yep, I agree.
How close are we to a metal sea shanty with this song?
I was just about to say, I
Okay.
feel like I want to go back to the 1300s in like a tavern and just drink with all my
If you
tavern
On a
want
mates.
pirate
that,
ship.
Blind Guardian
Yeah.
has done it better. Curse My Name
Curse My
on
Name.
At the Edge of Time
Right?
is literally that. And it's about the English Civil War, so you can't go wrong.
Cool. Yep.
Curse my name.
That's your
Yeah.
homework, listeners.
There you go.
But
Yeah, I need to be holding a chalice when I listen to this song.
yeah, right? It's so
And poison the enemy with it.
grand.
Yeah,
This song is designed to be chanted live.
that's the one.
That's what it is.
I'll tell you what.
Or in a small tavern.
Oh yeah, Turn the Page wins instantly for me because it creates a super vivid image in my head the
Yep.
moment it starts, and a song that does that is something really,
immediately wins.
immediately wins. So it's obviously Turn the Page.
Yeah, we're unanimous, I think, there. Very, very
Yes.
good. Anything else you want to break down on that song, Imran?
No, it was fun.
That's it.
It's a good song.
My, oh my.
All right.
I think that means it's time for a score check there. 3-0 Imran, Blind Guardian. 2-1 Nile and I, Blind Guardian. Okay, now that prediction's falling apart a little bit.
Hey, we still got a few more songs
We've still
to go.
got a few more to go, and we've got the gold star rule in play at least 3 times. So if Dragonforce pull out a lead, we could still get a couple of momentum swings.
I do still think Dragonforce has I think the last 2 songs were a slump, but I think it picks up. As you mentioned, you like Operation Ground and Pound.
I do. I'm putting that in the top 3 at the end of the show. Very grand. High-pitched flute, I thought you could sound a little bit there, but I think that's probably just key and
Yeah.
synth or something like
It
that.
sounded like a pan flute or something.
Yeah.
I did like that.
Speaking of pan flutes, here's a fun fact about Fly. Do you know what it's about?
The opponent, yes?
Flies.
No, it's about Peter Pan.
Is that right?
It's a metal song about Peter Pan, which
Interesting.
I find
And it's up-
infinitely amusing.
And it's actually probably one of the best songs on it, too.
It
might be one of the best songs off this
There's
album,
like
actually.
is it one of those? What are those Chinese stringed instruments?
No.
They've got one of those in the background. It's like real plucky.
Oh, I mean, it's plucky.
I half know what you're talking
Anything.
about, but I've forgotten the name. Fact check us, Facebook.com.
I don't exactly have my
/metal
critical listeners on, so I can't quite tell.
Facebook.com /metal standoff pod. Please fact check us.
Yeah, there's one
I
of
know what
those
he's
in-
talking about. I've forgotten it.
That makes sense. It's like a Peter Pan vibe. Very real fairy like. Fly. This spoiler alert will be in my top 3 because I freaking loved this song.
I also love Fly. I love Fly
Yeah,
so much.
Yeah.
I liked how the intro just sounds like all of a sudden I'm in a spy movie.
It does a bit, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
It's like this weird. Like, I don't know. It's like all of a sudden,
It's the
Mission
brass.
Impossible. Yeah, it's a bit of brass in there.
It's like the thumping drums and the like the horn. It's
Yeah.
that sort of tenseness. But then when the guitar kicks in, it's sort of
Yeah, once
gets
once the
moving.
vocals come in, it gets to more of that metal stuff. Vocals in this were a big stand-up for me personally.
Yeah.
Maybe a touch too long, but still stand out. I think it was a great song. I really loved the harmonies in the chorus as well. That's what took me over the edge.
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Operation Ground and Pound. First of all, stupid name.
They're all stupid names.
Specifically this one. Like, what the hell does Operation Ground and Pound mean?
Well,
Like, what? Like,
okay,
that is the
militaries
stupidest-
name their operations stupid stuff. all
Ground
the time.
and Pound. Like, this sounds like it was made by a 5-year-old. I don't know.
sometimes you gotta lean
UFC
into
fighters.
it.
That's what
Sometimes you gotta lean
UFC
into
fighters do when they've got the guy down. They start popping into a ground
It
and
sounds
pound.
like you've got Donkey Kong. Just say Operation Ground and Pound. Like,
It's Nintendo metal, right?
yeah, okay.
Nintendo metal.
Okay.
You can't
yeah.
be mad at them for that.
Apart from that, I liked Operation Ground and Pound. I liked how it opened up different to the rest of the songs. It was a bit like it was slightly slower, wasn't it?
It takes its time a little bit.
Yeah,
It's almost
it kind of
subdued for a second.
built a little bit, and then all of a sudden it's just like lightning speed again.
But that's okay. So long as like the
It's-
build
yeah.
in makes it hit harder.
Build up was alright. I didn't mind. Yeah, this one I kind of enjoyed my time with this one. A lot of weird style changes again in it. Same chorus as Fire and Flames. I did notice.
It supports my experiment prototype theory.
100%.
They're doing
Another
just
chant in the
random
exact
stuff.
same spot.
He's bashing the table now, Imran, like almost something out of
Makes
The
me
Apprentice.
angry.
But have you
Ground and
noticed?
pound.
Have you noticed that in every single song? I think every single song so far, they've used the same lyrics so far away at some point in the song.
That's where I'd realized it was like the same, like because they start off the same. It's so far away, and then they just do like the same but different chorus, and it's like what like you could have picked any lyric.
It's sort of a running gag throughout their entire discography. To be fair.
Oh, we don't know.
Oh god.
You will hear not necessarily that structure, but you'll hear so far away in pretty much all
I'm
of their songs.
refraining from unleashing because I've got a big. There's something that sticks in my craw as we go on with Inhuman Rampage. But
Feel free.
We'll wait for the right
unleash.
moment. We're waiting for the right moment. But again, it's at this point I realize you are insane, Dave McIntosh, for drumming through all of this.
Yeah.
Goodness me, what a drummer he is. That's
100%. I'll give you that.
It's tough to find the words to describe it. Having to
It's just
lay down the
constant
tempo for
double
that.
kicks, just speed, man.
Yeah, it was a fun. This is a bit of a fun song. I think a lot of the transitions work. Then they'll strip back for a bit. They'll let the keys take the lead a bit. Then they'll do some chromatic parts in some bridges. The solo peaked and valleyed across about 3 different stages. That was another thing I noticed about Fly instrumentally. It had a lot of frequent peaks and troughs. It would rise up and then drop back down, then rise up and then drop back down, rise back up and drop back down. But a lot more than I noticed many of the metal songs that we review on this show frequently, Imran. Wow, the high register vocal moments. I think if that's what brought Imran over the edge, I certainly paid attention to that, and it sounded incredible. But the peaks and troughs now were fascinating for
In
Fly.
Fly?
Yeah, for Fly.
Well, yeah, it's it's a much I feel like that's going to become a little more common in the album.
Not only that, it was also interesting how they chose their resolutions. They would build it up, then they wouldn't really resolve it, and then they had a big solo, and then they resolved it instead of doing the bring it back down and then bring it back up. They kind of did it was a slow burn that I hadn't heard of before, and that was very impressive the way they pulled that off.
It makes more sense than because Dragonforce, I feel like what they do is they come up with an idea. They're just like, yeah, put it right here, and then they'll come up with another idea like, let's put that one like over here instead, and then they'll it feels a lot more jarring in the Dragonforce songs how they switch. Whereas in Fly, everything flows really nicely, and they've got a good idea.
You can tell Blind Guardian's a more experienced band, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2 decades strong at this point. I'm gonna go a bit. Oh no, this is actually a tough one. Who wants to go first? Because this
Fly.
is genuinely for me, it's tough.
It's tough for me as well, and I'll tell you why. Operation Ground and Pound, again, the previous 2 songs were a bit naff, a bit samey, but Like in Operation Ground and Pound, you can like again see the sheer amount of energy going into actually playing these songs. You can feel it, you can hear it, and all the little weird experimental things that they do. It gives it its own identity. Like the weird flute thing at the start. I feel like they go a little higher in the chorus as well, and that it has a slightly different like tonal progression, I think is the term. And I appreciate it for that, and I love Fly, but Operation Ground and Pound was like a sort of a surprise hit for me. So I'm gonna go against my own grain. I'm gonna go Operation Ground and Pound.
I feel better that you have done it because I feel a bit better taking Fly if you're gonna go Operation Ground and Pound, just for the simple reason I didn't want that one at least not getting a point.
I think it deserves at least.
Yeah, I agree. Operation Ground and Pound was a hidden gem.
Yeah, I'll go Fly because Imran's description I think pulled it over the edge, and it might be the one I'll seek out the most again. But Operation Ground and Pound, that is on the top 3 at the end. That's easily maybe the most underrated one we have on Inhuman Rampage. Body Breakdown versus Carry the Blessed Home.
Carry the Blessed Home is now time for something completely different.
Disney movie right here.
Start us off, Niall.
So there's a certain amount of songs on this album that I have heard, and a few that I had to go ahead and listen to specifically for the show. Carry the Blessed Home was one that I kept skipping over. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's like it's a real sudden. It's a real sudden dip. For me, it's a bit of a meandering song. It's like very slow and it's ballady, but like it doesn't feel like it has direction or motivation. It's just sort of going.
I see a little bit of direction, and I'll disagree there.
That's fine.
Ballad. This is an apples and oranges comparison I'm about to make. I'm not saying I just need to use it as a frame of reference. Bring the Boys Back Home, Pink Floyd from The Wall.
Oh, yep.
That's
It's that musical...
That little musical
right.
structure is what I kind of take away from that. Again, apples and orange comparison, but I needed a frame of reference, and that's the one I'm going to go with. Plus the bagpipes and the ballady structure made me think.
I was about to point out the bagpipes because because I have a short-term memory loss. I'm listening to it again as we talk about it, and I just heard the bagpipes.
To me, that made me think funeral march.
It is a bit of a funeral march, but like I don't know, the list. It feels listless almost because of that.
I think there's. I feel like it needs something. It's not a hopeless song. It's not like.
It's definitely not hopeless.
Yeah, it's. I feel like it's a good song.
It's just a bit weak.
But
for me.
it is a little weak. I think there's because I feel like it needs something. There's something missing from it because it's a very basic structure, right?
Yeah.
It's it's like a verse chorus. It's pretty big and epic. To me, it was just like if a Disney song was metal. It's got that like musical kind of feel to it, which is not bad, of course. I think they pulled it off well. I feel like there's just something missing. Yeah,
I feel like Blind Guardian does the concept of a musical metal song better. In again, At the Edge of Time, one of their best albums. Yeah, it was. I feel like it hits so much weaker because it's like it's come after 4 hits in a row, and then it's just suddenly this huge. It feels like a bigger trough than it is.
It may have done better if it was later on the album, like if as a whole album experience, if they had put it maybe a bit later, it might have done a bit better. Even then though, like on its own, it's not a bad song.
Does it beat Body Breakdown?
Body Breakdown. I'd like to preface this quickly with I got up to the 4th song and I was like, I paused it. I'm like, before I play the next song, I'm just gonna guess the structure of this next song. So I wrote down a very vague, like just a structure based off of what I've listened to of Dragonforce before this. I got 2 things wrong, and that's about 90% correct right there. All I was missing was the chant.
Okay, we need to hear.
Yeah.
Let's hear your whole prediction. Let's hear the whole prediction.
I had
Read it
here
out.
fast-paced intro, which tick, verse tick, bridge/pre-chorus tick. I put it was just a pre-chorus. Chorus goes for ages, tick. Verse again, tick. Bridge/pre-chorus tick. Chorus tick, and then I put a note here. There's an extra bridge like right after the chorus, which I did not guess. So there's an X there for me. But then 2 to 3 minutes of goofy guitar sounds. Tick.
Plus a bass breakdown.
Plus there was a bass breakdown.
We don't hear much
I'll
bass
give you
on
that.
that album,
might call it
actually.
a solo.
Some might. To me, I call that goofy guitar sounds.
Goofy guitar sounds. I gotta start using that one.
Yeah.
So many dueling going on in this song too.
Happy
So
guitar
much.
fun time.
Yeah. Crowd chant. That was an X. And then I put maybe a bit of doodling. That was also an X because there was no crowd chant. Then chorus, tick. Outro goes for way too long. Tick.
A cappella vocals with some keyboard. That was nice.
Was that in this song?
That was in this song.
Okay.
It's blending into one for Imran badly right
Yeah.
now.
No, this is a part where it kind of loses me. I wrote here, I remember this song as the verse kicks in and there's like the drums are doing like this cool fast double kick thing, but there's a really light synth going over it and some acoustic guitar.
I can
And that
hear it,
just
I think.
sounded really weird. Like I like it's just too
Niall's going to
completely
his Spotify right now.
I've been listening to it this whole time.
two
Yeah.
very completely different like sounds. And I don't know, it didn't hit me.
I'll actually ask the question. Dragonforce has used the synth in I think all of their songs so far.
Yes.
What
Yeah.
do we think of the synth usage? Because I remember, Jace, last episode I was on, you were complaining about synth usage.
It was a very particular
Was that-
synth
Oh,
It
effect.
was
One
particular.
sound.
It was
Yeah.
particular, but I just want to hear the flaws.
I
opinion.
think the synth enhances most of the Dragonforce songs.
I'd agree.
I would, yeah, especially when, like I said, there was like an a cappella vocal moment that you hit that was supported by the synth, and it made it so much better. The keyboard. It was also really fun when the drums kind of just hit that bass drum, and it sounded like that's the moment for the crowd to clap along to the song. I found that fun. Big
Yeah,
finish.
don't try to clap along to the rest of the song. You'll
No,
break your hands.
you would. You probably break a collarbone doing all the air guitaring. Or
Oh, yeah.
fracture your wrist or something like that.
Just don't do it accurately.
Occupational health and safety. listeners, come on.
Very serious. about
Very
it.
Final Fantasy like body breakdown, especially during the interludes and all the solo moments. Like,
yeah.
the first parts of those wacky guitar parts that Imran's breaking down, some of the best. I think that was a fun moment on the album. It screamed Final
Yeah.
Fantasy.
I
I've
think
gotten halfway through the song and I can see what you mean. I generally wouldn't agree because Final Fantasy music typically isn't that fast, but I can hear it in bits and pieces.
I was kind of mad that this was the first song where I actually noticed the bass.
Yeah, it gets
lost in the
because they
mix,
just
doesn't it?
boosted the volume up, and then all of a sudden,
Is that
bass
all they
is gone
did?
again. It's just that it sounds like it because the rest of the song, it's not very like it's there. You can hear it, but it's not like
The
prominent. Like, I
engineer
feel-
just like nudged the fader with his elbow
Yeah.
by accident.
yeah,
And
exactly.
it's like, oh, that sounds
and,
better.
and he just happened to be popping. But yeah, no, I like the rest of the album. Like the bass, I feel like doesn't sound like it's doing very much. And if the bassist is doing stuff like this, like he's doing little solo parts.
Well,
little
he's probably
popping,
there in the
he's
background,
shredding.
Getting
Yeah.
drowned out by the extremely loud guitar.
I'm sure.
That's
yeah.
laid and laid and laid and laid, and then they chuck the synth in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it's not something I particularly noticed, and maybe because my volume was low when I listened to it. Maybe some people are going to get butthurt.
I
by that.
just heard like a segment where it was just the bass doing a little
Yeah.
Yeah.
almost Seinfeld plucking
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. It's like this little pop and slap, and he just like shreds a bit,
Ling,
and
ling,
then
ling, 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 ling.
yeah, yeah. Like and like if you can do that, why are you not doing that more often? That's pretty cool. I like a bit of pop and slap, but
Well, I'll
just that-
reward it with a point. Hey, Imran?
I
you do
will
that.
also give Body Breakdown a point.
um,
It's another one after Operation Ground and Pound. It's like you can it's a little bit better than Revolution Death Squad and storming the burning fields, but it's it's still prototype. Still needs some more time in the shop. And I
Like-
didn't really like Carry the Blessed Home.
yeah. I think I'm gonna go Body Breakdown as well, but it's like I don't hate both of them. Like Carry the Blessed Home's alright. It's just like I mean I'll do Body Breakdown because of that bass part. That's pretty cool.
You heard bass once and you're like,
I heard bass.
I'm with you, man.
I did like the
hear
synth
you.
particularly in this one as well.
Hey, the
but
Final Fantasy soundtrack, that's another reason why I'm taking that one as well.
That's fair.
Hey, Niall, the momentum swings back on. 3-2, Blind Guardian for me. 4-1, Blind Guardian for Imran. 3-2, Niall, Inhuman Rampage.
ooh,
Inhuman
it's
Rampage.
picking up.
Certainly is.
I don't know if that'll keep with Another Stranger Me, though.
That takes on Cry for Eternity. That song's the longest, 8 minutes 10, Imran.
Oh, God. What did I write here? Cry for Eternity.
Yeah, so we're going to take an 8-minute break, an
Yeah.
8-minute moment of silence to let it settle in how long this song is, while Imran listens to it again to remind himself how long it is.
I don't know why I have in my notes, but I've gone, Baus. I don't know, that must have been the impression.
Baus?
No, Baus. Like, they're such boss. I don't know. That must have been my first impression of that intro. It was a huge sounding intro, I must say.
Yeah.
Tension in the drums, some cosmic guitar arpeggiated playing, and then oh, there we go. I've got it in my notes here. Vocals, first verse, some booming voice in the sky. That.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Cry for Eternity right there. I'll let Imran break down the rest of it. Otherwise, Niall, Another Stranger Me, one that grew on me. But where are we starting? Where are we debating first?
Off you go, Imran.
I didn't write much for Cry for Eternity because I didn't really think much of it. I did like the intro. I thought that was very cool. That was the first one that actually stuck out to me.
Another one where I'm listening to it right now. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I thought it
It's
was really
completely
cool.
different to the rest of the album.
If Niall is listening to it right now, let's see if we can get a bit of a visual impression of this song. I wrote down, and let's see if you can confirm this for me. Musically, it is trying to traverse some ropey canyon to get to some castle at the top of a mountain.
I was literally thinking of a similar image.
There we go. See?
You guys are two peas.
The power of power metal. Not only that, actually, Imran, checking again here, they introduced some synthwave ideas later on in this song. There's some really good synth breaks in here.
I liked the synth in the solo. I didn't like the guitars in the solo. I thought that kind of missed with this one.
That sounded straight out of a Nintendo 64, actually.
The vocals sounded they started so promising, and then
then they just kind of, it's like, I think it's just because they're doing the same kind of.
They can't get him to be racing through these verses. It's just not working.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no water in the moat below. It's all fire, but
Yeah, I did. The synth in this song stood out to me. I really liked it. I like because this one they kind of like stop it for a while and it's just synth, right? I'm correct in that, right? I think so.
I think that's about right.
Let's assume that's right. The solo, not so much. I did like the intro. The rest of it, I've completely forgotten how it goes.
Well, Niall's listening to it right now. What are the takeaways right now?
It's probably the most unique song on the album.
Okay.
Again, because of the synth, because of the weird vocal thing that Old Mate was trying to do at the start of his piece. The whole intro was very evocative. But Another Stranger Me is a song that's been stuck in my head for years. You can't compete with that. There's bits of Another Stranger Me that I really don't care for.
What are those parts?
Just this one specific riff. It's like din diddling din, and it's kind of a nothing riff for me. It's very I continue my vendetta against Dad Rock. It sounded like Dad Rock.
This one was a little bit Dad Rocky.
Yeah, it was a bit.
Yeah,
but, when it got to the vocal parts, it was really good, and the chorus is
I liked
stuck in
this
my
song. I think the guitar stood out on this song to me. A lot of the lead lines I think really shone through. There was a little instrumental part right after the first chorus that I thought was freaking awesome.
Is that where they shifted their tone a little bit?
I think so. Yeah,
Right.
it just kind of like switched a little bit, and then it just went back into the song, and I was like, oh, that was tasty. It was a nice little pick me up after the last song as well. Not too much about this song, but I did enjoy it. I think I would seek this song out again.
well, I've done so several times, so
Well, there you
I can't help but agree with you.
Straight from the source.
I'm just going to put Niall Allen next to Another Stranger Me right now at this rating.
Yeah, I'm just listening to Cry for Eternity. I skipped forward and suddenly it was a completely different song.
Yeah.
I skipped 15 seconds.
Hey, points to Dragonforce. Got a little bit of variety in this instance.
The prog power metal.
Prog power. Imagine if that's a thing. Is that a thing?
I'm sure it is somewhere.
Oh, boy.
If anything, it's going to be
That
Dragonforce
solo
because
goes on for a bit.
yep, it's an 8-minute song and about 7 minutes of it is solo. I think I'll go Another Stranger Me.
Oh.
I will also vote Another Stranger Me.
I've already put that down.
I do like Cry for Eternity. I like what it's going for, but it can't compete with Another Stranger Me, even though.
Again, I'm conflicted. This is the portion of of both albums I've been getting a bit conflicted. I really like Ground and Pound. I am sad I didn't get to give that a point, and I think I'm going to be sad not giving Cry for Eternity a point. But I probably will be seeking out Another Stranger Me again. I'll do what Niall did earlier, and that is give a point to Ground. And when he gave a point to Ground Pads, like that made me feel better picking Fly. I just want Cry for Eternity to be at least given a bit of credit, so I'll give that.
That's quite fair.
So I'll give it a point on that, and that's inspired by Niall. But I think Another Stranger Me will be the song I'll be seeking out again a lot more often, and that's done very interesting things to the score. I think we'll stop the score checking it right now because this is a good place to leave the cliffhanger. I think at least in Imran's case, it's going to be a foregone conclusion given how many tracks left. 5-1 Blind Guardian.
I don't know if the Flame of Youth is suddenly something completely different.
Niall and I 3-0, 3 each, 3-3.
Ooh.
Oh, and there it goes.
That was a live reaction.
Did you get to the part where he started singing?
It's these. Okay, like I'm gonna lay out my bona fides. These are the It's when he started.
Is it when it started turning into a Sonic game again?
Vocal.
Yeah. You like to start it off with like that weird Iron Maiden-y kind of riff.
Yeah.
And then it just shot in, and then you get
then
that
it was
weird
suddenly
vocal.
like, okay, now we're back to Dragonforce, and then here comes the vocalist.
Yeah.
If you've gotten lost in this announcement, we're talking about the Flame of Youth now, by the way.
Yes, Dragonforce is the Flame of Youth versus
Straight Through the Mirror.
Straight Through the Mirror.
Straight Through the Mirror.
The Flame of Youth, I thought was interesting. It's I didn't mind it. I think it was one that kind of stood out. I liked the outro. I did not like how the vocals came in at the start.
It was terrible.
So weird. Genuinely
it
threw me
sounded
out of
like
whack.
a mistake.
Yeah.
It's like go for another take, guys.
So they'll stop, and he starts like singing, and I'm like, what? Why did you all stop? That like
He's also just completely atonal.
and he's just
for that
and it
entire
sounded
section.
weird. Like the whole like the way it's riffed was so. I don't like it. It ruined my brain.
Yeah,
I don't ever want to listen to it
I'm
again.
gonna lay out my bona fide here. I actually skipped the last two songs of Inhuman Rampage. I'm listening to the Flame of Youth for the first time right now.
Oh, really?
I've listened to the entirety of
That's
Twist in the
cheating.
Myth though. But the Flame of Youth is.
This is a new way to analyse this for the show. Okay,
I might try start doing this. Might make the show a bit interesting.
it would be.
It is. It's a bit interesting.
Yeah. Live reaction.
Live reaction.
Live reaction. The problem is that now we've got to fill in the airtime. So in the
No, you
meantime,
don't.
Imran,
We can just keep talking.
what did you take away from the Flame of Youth?
Don't worry.
as
I've
Niall's
already
having a
formed an
listen?
opinion on it. It's all good.
Yeah.
all good.
What is it? And that opinion is?
Starts off strong, gets
Gets
falls
progressively
off
worse.
and does not come back.
Yeah.
Okay, now I can unleash. I think this is the third song in the whole album of Inhuman Rampage where they actually use the lyric through fire and flames.
Really?
Yeah.
They use through fire and flames in
Prototype
through the
theory
fire and flames.
lives.
What's that?
Prototype theory lives. I'm telling you, people, it's a conspiracy.
They definitely used it in Through the Fire and Flames.
They use it in Through the Fire and the Flames. I think they use it again in Cry for the Eternity and The Flames of Youth. I think those are actual lyrics in the songs.
Why in God's name is the solo so long? I've literally been skipping forward, and it's just like
That's
still
what
solo,
I'm saying,
still
man.
Still solo.
I
Solo.
will leave this debate to you two, and I'm going to get the Flame of Youth lyrics up on our monitor here at HQ.
Please.
I don't know what podcast I said this in, but man, like sometimes solos do not need to like there are very good songs that have no guitar solos. Like for goodness sake, I'm a guitarist. I love playing guitar solos, but there are songs that do not need guitar solos, and you know what? I'll give you this. If Dragonforce never played a guitar solo, their songs would be like 30 seconds. Because it's all solos.
It'd just be the bridge, wouldn't it?
It'd be the bridge, it'd maybe be a chorus, and then that's...
I guess the chorus isn't a solo. There's some other instruments there, right?
Like,
Someone
maybe...
singing, maybe.
Jesus. And playing fast is cool and stuff as well, but like for 4 whole minutes, like... Bro, like, calm down. You're gonna get arthritis, man. You're gonna get carpal tunnel or something.
They're
Like,
gonna get carpal tunnel.
I'm going to read you some lyrics from The Flames of Youth. This is the
God,
official
it's long.
lyrics.
I'm
Here you go.
just looking at the monitor from across the room, and it's
Yep. We fly free so far from here, there's one thing we'll relay. And dreams of everlasting pain and falling now rise again. Here we go. Through the fire, through the flames, like the sun we'll rise again, lost in time, lost in space, to end the end of other days.
man, they need to come up with some new words.
again. This is not their best showing.
You really know how to pick them, man.
Well,
I realized my mistake when I was listening to Inhuman Rampage, and I was like, blast.
That wasn't the word you used, but yeah.
Yeah, well, the word I used cannot be reproduced in this time slot.
Yeah, in fairness, if it makes you feel any better, Niall, I did give Sonic Firestorm a try, the second record. I listened to My Spirit Will Go On and Fury of the Storm. Fury of the Storm, great song. Listen to that one. Make sure to listen to that
I think
one.
I remember Fury of the Storm. One of my favourite songs of theirs is Soldiers of the Wasteland.
Okay. Well, there we go. That's homework for Imran and I.
Okay.
That being said, is there any other final points you want to make on Straight Through the Mirror? Because we have dunked on the Flame of Youth a little bit, despite the fact that there is some good stuff, even though, yeah, Sonic game, come on, sign Dragonforce, Sega, make them do a proper soundtrack or something like that.
Honestly, I'm surprised they haven't.
Yeah, it's weird. Some good bridges. There was a little bit of a new metal feel in the bridge, actually. That was, I thought, oh, there we go. A little bit of variety. Excellent. There was a breakdown of sorts to finish, and then there was some guitar solos that just sounded straight out of the '80s glam metal era. But then again, high register. I guess that's how the association came from. Any other final points on Straight Through the Mirror?
I think it's good.
Yeah, I think the intensity might take them. Soaring chorus, bit of dueling, and I also just noticed in my notes here there was actually a spoken word section that I described as Carney.
Was there?
Yeah.
Carney.
I didn't even notice. I barely paid attention to Straight Through the Mirror.
Okay,
I
so
thought it was a bit
both songs are a bit of a lull then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will agree.
I'm tossing up because I don't know which one I hate less.
We'll start with
That's a
Niall
bit
then.
harsh.
We'll start with Niall then.
Yeah, you go.
I
explain.
will. I will go with Straight Through the Mirror. I just think it is slightly better. It's definitely a low point for both albums, but I think Straight Through the Mirror is a more solid piece. So, Straight Through the Mirror for me.
I'll agree. I didn't like Straight Through the Mirror. I feel like it was a bit corny. It sounded a bit too much like Dio, but not good Dio.
Bit of the Master of the Moon again.
Yeah, like Master of the Moon era Dio. It wasn't bad. It was just I think that it could have been shorter. The chorus was just a bit too corny for me, but it's alright.
I kind of like the
It's okay.
chorus.
Like, look, I'm a fan of Dio, so
So am I. Well, Straight Through the Mirror for me. Final call, Imran.
yeah, Straight Through the Mirror.
That's a unanimous Straight Through the Mirror by the sounds of it.
It definitely is. Trail of Broken Hearts versus Lionheart. What do you mean? I thought he sung for Fozzy. No, sorry, different Lionheart. Lionheart, bit of a letdown. Niall?
A lot of heart. Lionheart, yeah, Lionheart's a little bit of a letdown, but that's okay.
A little bit of
They
symphonic
make-
going on.
I
But
like
Make up for it with the next song.
I liked Lionheart.
okay.
I did like it.
What
It's just not a smash hit, and I've been expecting smash hits from
What-
a Twisted Myth. You know?
What'd you like about it?
I don't know. I like the intro, and then I like how the verse just comes in, just like almost not fully full throttle, but like almost. The backing vocals are really cool. How it's got like that call and response. It's very chorusy kind of sound in the back. It had there was something about it I cannot put my finger on, but it had a weird feel that was unlike the rest of the album. I cannot put my finger on it.
I know what you
It's-
mean, though.
Yeah, it's just it sounds different.
Well, I feel like Straight Through the Mirror feels a bit like that as well.
No, I think Straight Through the Mirror fits that power metal kind of vibe. It's got that. It's got the feel of the rest of the album.
It does. It fits the album structure wise, but like I feel like there's almost like a bit of mood missing.
Maybe.
Lionheart was teasing more of a symphonic element in that particular song.
Maybe, yeah.
There were
It
certain
felt-
there were certain points I think the instrumentation kind of dropped down a bit for the vocals to come up a bit.
Yeah, this was a very vocal song. Very synthy as well. Oh, not really actually.
There were strange sounding lead lines too.
Some of those lead lines almost sounded like synths.
There we go. That explains the confusion there for me.
But there was something about this song. I liked it. It was just there was a feel about it that
There's a disconnect.
it just didn't feel like the rest of the album, and I don't know. It allured me. It drew me in. So yeah, I don't know.
However,
Trail of Broken Hearts, on the other hand.
we've gone through 7
And now for
chaotic...
something completely different.
Thank you, Niall.
Dragonforce proves they can do something else, and like I already knew they could do something else.
We have gone through 7 chaotic speed metal, power metal moments throughout Dragonforce to the point where Imran could write it down as a method of science. And you end on a ballad!
Well, what else would you end on?
I've got one single thing here written, and it's obligatory ballad. That's all I've written about this.
That's a bit harsh.
I don't really like it. It's just like if you're gonna make a whole, you got 7 songs here that go for like freaking 7-8 minutes. The blistering speed. I've been running. I feel like I've been like in a car with my friend, and the first song Through the Fire and Flames. I'm like, yeah, this is cool, and then he starts.
Don't do that, kids.
And then don't do this. But then and then by the second song, suddenly I've got a weird feeling in my stomach, and I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore. By the time we get to the destination, he's like, yeah, you good, man? Are you okay? Like, he's really checking in on me. And it's like, no, what are you doing? Like, what?
It's
like,
the
what?
excitement of being in line for one of those rides at the theme park. And then once you're on it, then you've realised, oh no, I've made a bad mistake.
Yeah. It's one of those. It's like, yeah. No,
I don't think you would have appreciated another like blistering speed fest again.
I wouldn't have appreciated anything.
That's a bit harsh.
It's harsh. Okay, I'll give you that.
Bit harsh.
No, at least if we've gotten this far, at least finish it in the way we think. Like, come on.
But the whole album is building to a big finish, and you've given us a
ballad,
obligatory ballad. Like it's not even that great.
Imran knows very
okay.
full and well that I am a sucker for ballads, but then you hear a piano. What video game opening melody with the guitar? Like, at least I'll put it this way, at least the dueling solos won me over in the end, because again, I am a sucker for solos, but Niall, I need to hear your 2 cents here. I need to.
I liked it.
Okay, great.
I liked it. I liked The Trail of Broken Hearts, and well, first of all, I liked how it sounded. I actually like it when an album like this has slow bits. I was honestly not expecting it to even appear, so it's another case of I'm giving it points for sheer existence, but I also like the song.
Cool.
I also like the song. It's sort of like a prototype Starfire, which is one of Dragonforce's really good ballads. I love Starfire, but it's almost like a prototype for that song, which I really appreciate because I really like that other song as well. And Lionheart didn't really do it for me as much.
So your point's going to go to the ballad.
My point's going to go to the ballad.
Wow. Imran?
Lionheart for me.
Don't get me wrong, Lionheart is good, but
do I want to just mess with Imran and go Trail of Broken Hearts?
in context, I like A Trail of Broken Hearts.
You can get by with it.
It's not the worst song I've ever heard, I will say.
Oh, God, no. There's way worse songs you've heard.
There are many worse songs.
Lionheart was a bit of a... What's the least
Oh, now
worse?
you're thinking. Now you're thinking.
What's the least... Also, I do like being a masochist and annoying Imran sometimes. Because I've done very cruel...
Too, Jason.
I've done cruel things to him on this show, sadly, but... Lionheart. It was a bit of a letdown. I'm not going to be seeking it again, but it was fair for what it was, I will say. Now, that is Inhuman Rampage. Done. Here is my notebook. Here it is here. It's gone. We're just going to give gold stars now to the 3 remaining tracks on A Twist in the Myth. Let's see how that affects the scores. We're not going to do a score check because we want to tease it out a little bit.
So what do we got? Skulls and Shadows, The Edge, The New Order.
We do. So, Skulls and Shadows, is that going to win you a gold star? Does that
Yes,
beat
sir.
anything? It does.
Easily.
That song slaps.
Thank you.
You
understand me.
I love that song. And I will definitely be seeking out again with a gold star.
If you liked that, you should listen to both halves of the Bard's song from Somewhere Far
Bards.
Beyond.
What are they called? Oh, the Bard song?
The Bard's song in the Forest, and then the Bard's song The Hobbit.
The
are,
Bard song. The Hobbit. In the forest.
And then The Hobbit. It's on the album Somewhere Far Beyond, and they're literally in sequence. So
Cool.
it's just
Yeah.
Scalds and Shadows extended out to a whole song, and then another song is stapled to the back half of it.
Awesome.
Imran is writing that down. He's going to be seeking this out.
In my notes, I'm going to listen to it
When
after I
Blind
leave.
Guardian does stuff like this,
Yeah.
I can't get enough of it. I love it when they do this sort of...
It was open to whistle. You could whistle along to this song.
I hum along to it all the time.
It leaves you with a smile, actually. It's great.
I'm always singing along to the chorus in my head as well.
It made me laugh that with such a fluttery acoustic song, and you're prancing around through like temperate greenery, he belts out the second chorus or the second verse. I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny, actually.
Oh yeah, fair, yeah. It's a bit of like almost a disjoint.
It was a weird juxtaposition. It's like it's so prancy, but then he's giving it his all. I'm like,
Yeah. It really works, I reckon. He's got that feel.
I wouldn't have described it as prancy. I would have described it as more pensive than anything, because it's got that sort of slow. It's sort of almost quiet.
Enchanting.
Yes, enchanting.
Enchanting,
That's a
that'd
good
be your
word. I
word.
like that word.
Gold star for me. Let's go.
Definitely a
Let's
gold star
go.
for me. I'd give it 2 if I could.
Would the Edge get one? Does that
Oh,
beat
yeah.
a few Dragonforce songs?
The Edge is
This is the Edge now.
so straight through the Mirror, Lionheart, The Edge, and the New Order I listen to especially for this podcast. In fact, I listened to all of them on the way here, and while I was at work. And The Edge is great.
Imran, concur?
I liked The Edge. I don't think I'll give it a gold star though. It was a good song. I don't know if I'd seek it out. Maybe I will, and I'll change my mind. But
Well, you can't give gold stars in hindsight.
exactly, that's it. It's kind of like a yeah.
Just live in the moment, man.
No, it was a good song. I just feel like it was a bit similar to Lionheart, to not Straight Through the Mirror. It's one of the other
Stranger
songs
Me?
on here.
Doesn't sound like Another Stranger Me.
No, I didn't
No.
think so either. Fly?
I really love the intro, the dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, the chug, the
fucking Imperial March.
yeah. No, it was a
You'll
good
have to
song,
bleep that.
but I'll hold on the
used my
gold
one
star
bleep.
for now. And if I ever change my mind, I'll let you know, Jason.
I'll hand out a gold star for The Edge.
So will I, Niall. I'm going to join you there.
Ooh.
Up there. It's up there with one of my favourites. It was that sense of shaky ground rumbling beneath the feet, especially because this is the Edge now. He's staring at the Edge. Very good. Well, there you go. That's probably the connotation they wanted. A couple of sharp transitions in there, but there was good groove throughout.
Oh yeah.
Final song, The New Order.
The obligatory ballad.
I just
The New Order's not really a ballad, though.
No,
is it?
you'll just call anything a ballad.
Very ballady.
Well, it started like a ballad.
I'd
reckon
call it a ballad.
No,
I always feel like
it
it's
wasn't
too,
bad.
I mean, I always feel like it's too weighty for a ballad. I just reminded
I'm with
myself.
Niall there, yeah.
I
There's
just
never weight to
reminded
that.
myself of the chorus, and it's an immediate gold star. You can just hand that out. Right
Sure
now.
thing.
The chorus enchanted me.
It was a great song, I will say. I'm still standing by its ballad. Ballads can be heavy.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
got
that is
it's got
100%
that
right.
ballad sound to it. It's got the structure of it. The feel is a ballad.
I only got that in the opener. I didn't really get that for the rest of it.
I'm listening to.
I don't know. I think the whole thing's a ballad.
I don't know. I'm listening to the first bridge, and it's just I'm not getting ballad.
I thought it became a lot more
Well, the
frantic,
second
especially once the bridge hit and you get and the solo kicks in. It's not like those heavy melodic solo kind of thing, which you probably get more with a stereotypical ballad. Yeah, yes, you get heavier because some of my favorite Metallica songs they don't exactly do that crazy melodic thing. But
When I was listening to this, ballad did not even cross my mind.
yeah, the sense of finality though is strong.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's just me then. I don't know. I liked it though.
Well, you're a bit more learned than the both of us, so we're
I'd give
probably
it a
both
gold
wrong.
star. So, don't trust me with anything, mate. I'm just saying things out
We
here.
are beholden to the listeners. They could probably educate us too, as well. In
Oh,
fairness. Gold Star Imran, New Order.
Yep. I like that song. That was a song that I would listen to again.
Unanimously, Gold Star for us as well. Gold Star for Niall and myself. Great sense of finality. Great song to end. Battle done. That's all good. That's probably the most gold stars I think I've definitely given on this show, which was exciting. Good to have a world of firsts. I was very worried that, well, not necessarily worried, but I had a feeling we might be looking at a clean sweep for Imran, but instead it was 9-1. Twist in the Myth winning that.
I thought I gave Dragonforce 2 points.
I think you only gave him one actually, and it was just body breakdown. Let me just double check on the score sheet here. Body breakdown.
Probably just my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just wanted to give Dragonforce.
He can't save his
I
poor
wanted
brain.
to give him less points. No, I'm kidding.
Well, that would have been then you get a clean sweep.
No, be nice. Be nice.
I'm kidding. They had some good songs.
There was a point where it was 3-3 for Niall and myself between both albums. However, Twisted in the Myth actually broke away and clean sweeped Dragonforce. Myself, it is 8-3. For Niall, it is 7-4.
Oof.
Blind Guardian winning it. There you go.
I had a funny feeling.
Yeah, I guess that's what happens when you pit a more seasoned band against a band in their infancy.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily the infancy. It's just that was the one that launched them. So it'd be
Yeah.
interesting to see if we did a later era Dragonforce.
It was like their third record
It was their third album against
against like
two decades of experience.
2 decades of experience.
And they were at the top of their game in the 90s, I think, because I noticed when you review them on Rate Your Music, it was a lot of their highest rated ones were back in the 90s. So, they're very, very, very well. I think the variety is what did it for it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Variety is always a winner for me. Inhuman Rampage is. It's not Dragonforce's strongest showing. A lot of their other albums have a lot more going on while still keeping that high energy, high speed Dragonforce sound. But third album you can't. I shouldn't have picked albums that came out the same year.
That was actually your intention when designing this one. You wanted to have similar years, didn't you?
Yeah, because I wanted to sort of take that snapshot in time, which we did.
Well, the crazy manic solos of 2006 really rang true when you were listening to the Dragonforce albums in run. You realize, oh yeah, that was a really big period of time where the soul. I didn't realize that the solo was a dying art around about that period of time, and there was so many bands out there that were reviving it. Dragonforce is one,
especially with nu metal. That's kind of like after grunge finished, or grunge didn't really have. Grunge wasn't known for its solos, and like once nu metal started, that wasn't really a solo-y thing either. Like once they got real popular,
and pop punk was massive back then too.
Pop punk, even post grunge, post punk. Like they're not very big on. They're not known for its solos. That was like hair metal and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah. Dragonforce. That's just one big solo, that album.
Oh yeah, they brought solos back in a big way.
Yep.
And then it ended on a weird ballad. But anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm a sucker for weird ballads.
Hey, I'm a sucker for ballads too, but it just came so
Weird
left
ballads,
field.
especially.
Yeah,
you gotta
fair
appreciate the weird.
All right, remind me again what is more Dragonforce's best work in terms of albums? Just remind me one more time.
They have a few good ones. One of my favorites is The Power Within. I also really like Reaching into Infinity. And
That's their first one, isn't it?
Reaching into Infinity is much more recent.
Okay. I know their discography. I'm sorry, everyone.
It's about 2010-ish or something, or 2011.
There you go.
I should have compared.
And he's having I think a round 3 is due if we get the chance to. Imran, this was your first time listening to Blind Guardian as myself.
Yes, sir.
How much more are you listening to after this?
I would
Apart
like
from
to
that one
listen to
song.
more. There were a couple songs on there that I reckon I'll listen to again. I like them. I
Let-
like Dragonforce as well. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Against Blind Guardian,
It was tough. It was
yeah.
it was tough to take him on. But we'll end it as usual. Top 3 from each, everyone.
top 3.
From both albums.
Dragonforce, Through the Fire and Flames. Who the heck do you think
that's
I
a
am?
slam dunk.
Operation Ground and Pound, that wasn't too bad. Body Breakdown, I did pick that. There you go, it's my top 3 there. Blind Guardian, Fly, obviously. I'm going to pick Lionheart. And, I will say Skulls and Shadows.
Skulls and Shadows. Niall?
Dragonforce is Inhuman Rampage. We're all going to put Fire in the Flames at the top. Of course we are.
Slam dunk. It's in mine.
Slam dunk. And then I remember giving a point to. Did I give a point to Cry for Eternity? I think I did.
No, you didn't.
No, I
went
didn't.
to Stranger Me.
Yeah. I
It's a
think
contender, though.
Operation Ground and Pound and Trail of Broken Hearts for Inhuman Rampage. And do I have to just pick 3 for A Twist in the Myth?
Hey, we'll be lenient. You can do a top 4 if you want.
We'll
be lenient.
I'll see how I go.
Listen, if it helps, I can do a top 4 for Dragonforce
Turn
right
the
now.
page.
Yeah.
Numero uno. This Will Never End. Skulls and Shadows.
Skulls and Shadows.
I think is my order for A Twist in the Myth.
Yeah, okay. I'll do a top 4 for Dragonforce just for the hell of it. We'll be a bit lenient.
Knock yourself out.
Through the Fire and the Flames, Operation Ground and Pound, Body Breakdown, Cry for Eternity. That'd be my top if I had to do a top 4. But top 3, I'd probably omit Cry for Eternity for Body Breakdown. Twist in the Myth, we'll do a top 3. I'll say, do I want to do Fly or do I want to do Turn the Page? That's the ultimate question.
Fly.
Let's go.
Turn the
Yeah.
page,
Let,
turn
let,
the page,
let's.
turn
Okay,
the
we'll go Fly, Fly, The Edge, The New Order. That's my top 3. There you
That's
go.
solid. That's solid.
No.
What a
good.
battle! It was good doing
Hell
a
yeah.
round 2 with you, and that's the battle for you. Thank you very much, Noel, for round 2.
Thank you very much
Oh,
for having
yes.
me.
Thank
I'll
you.
See you again for round 3.
Oh God, I can only imagine what we've got for that.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, thanks, Imran. We listened to something new, which is good.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for suggesting it, Niall.
All good.
That's all for now. If you want more information on 5 Foot Step, check out the podcast notes. Stay up to date with the Great Metal Standoff at facebook.com/Metal Standoff Pod and check out all of our other battles on your preferred podcast platform. Plus, be sure to tune in to Sin's main metal show Mosh Pit on Sin, Thursday nights at 8 p.m. on 90.7 FM, DAB plus digital radio, or online at syn.org.au and the Community Radio Plus app. Until next time, metal up your ass!